Load up Bioshock, start a new game. Welcome to the 1960s where smoking on a plane is perfectly acceptable. You are Jack, a man who is capable of surviving plane crashes, which is convenient because your plane just crashed and you're stranded in the ocean. Swim through the flaming wreckage to find a lighthouse, which is suspicious since there's no land anywhere nearby. Go inside the lighthouse, since that's literally your only option at this point, and find a giant diving suit submarine thing. Instead of waiting inside the lighthouse for potential rescue like any normal person, pull the lever inside the submarine. The lever only shows a short PowerPoint presentation with some guy talking about his really cool city and communism, and nothing bad happened. Wait, why are you underwater? Apparently beneath this lighthouse is an entire underwater city that actually looks really cool, so this guy wasn't lying about how cool this city is. Okay, I take it back. This is not cool. Turns out this city is infested with aggressive drug addicts, kind of like an aquatic Florida. Luckily, there's a radio in the sub which allows you to talk to a friendly man named Atlas, who immediately tells you to leave the safety of your sub and go find that crackhead. Obviously, you trust him and do exactly what he says because the game wouldn't progress otherwise. Find the crackhead and get saved by Atlas's drone turret. Find a wrench on the floor, get attacked by some IKEA furniture, and kill your first Spice Boy as if this is something you've been doing your entire life before the plane crash. Go upstairs and find a dirty-looking needle which you obviously inject into yourself.
Seems like these people aren't the only crackheads around here.
There must have been some diseases on that needle because suddenly you become Thor and get so excited you fall off a balcony. When you wake up, you can shoot electricity from your fingers like any good superhero, and using your electrical touch, open the door to the next area. Equipped with your wrench and your crackhead electric cannon, you are basically unstoppable against the residents of the underwater city and find your first normal person, a lady looking after her child. Never mind, it's a gun. Your friend Atlas says he needs you to help him find his family who are currently in Neptune's bounty, and considering he just saved you, it's probably a nice thing to do. Keep moving through the underwater city like it's the streets of Manchester at midnight, trying to avoid the increasing number of crazy people until you find a small girl with glowing eyes stabbing a man with a needle. Atlas feels the need to tell you that it's not a normal girl, as if you don't have two functioning eyes, but apparently these girls are a good source of juice for your superpowers, so maybe you should go and steal some from her. On second thought, we should probably leave her alone. That was a Big Daddy, the strongest enemy you'll likely have to face, and the personal bodyguards of these small girls. Founder of the city, Andrew Ryan, invented the concept of superpowers via syringe in hopes of making the city a cool place to live. But like most places filled with syringes, it can either be a crack den or a hospital, and this place certainly isn't a hospital. The superpowers can be acquired using Adam, which is collected by these small girls, making them a target of many people. Apparently the criteria for living here is that you have to be literally fucking insane, and Andrew Ryan realizes you're not, so locks the area down and sends his goons to try and take you down. Protected by main character plot armor, you obviously survive and move to the medical pavilion, currently run by Dr. Simon. Don't be fooled, he's not an actual doctor, just a plastic surgeon. Here you find two more plasmids allowing you to telekinesize things and set things on fire, which is convenient because you need both of these to deal with the random ice and grenade throwing inpatients running around. After finding Dr. Simon working on his next project, he will take offense to the fact that you didn't get the good looking genes in the family and proceeds to try restructure your face with a machine gun. Even as a plastic surgeon, I doubt he can fix the hole that you put in his face with your shotgun. Your best pal Atlas tells you to go to the next area. Here you'll find one of those small girls about to be attacked by a splicer. She gets saved by a lady called Tannenbaum, who is apparently the creator of these hobbit-sized freaks. And here you were given the opportunity to save the small thing for a little bit of Adam, or kill it, which will give you more superpower coins to spend. Given that I want to stay monetized, obviously we rescue the small girl. No flagging my video for child abuse now, YouTube. Finally, you get an opportunity to fight a Big Daddy. You might be thinking there's a special technique to killing one, and you'd be right. It's called using every bullet you have.
Attack.
Hey, it worked. Rescue another freak of nature and head over to Neptune's bounty where Atlas is waiting for you. Well, he's not waiting right there. You need to find him in Fontaine Fisheries, but the doorman won't let you in. So kill a Big Daddy, save a little girl, get a grenade launcher, kill some ket goblins, find a camera, have a photo shoot, then go back to Fontaine Fisheries. The doorman will let you in after you give him some pictures to add to his wank bank, but you need to put your weapons away first. Yes, this seems perfectly safe. Oh no, it was a trap. How could you have ever seen this coming? After escaping the trap and heading further into the fishery, you'll finally reach the sub where Atlas's family is. Sorry. Where Atlas's family was. Atlas isn't too happy about that, but tells you to get to Arcadia, where you have a new mission of sticking your wrench up Andrew Ryan's bottom. Arcadia must be where all the vegans hang around because there's more plants here than the rainforest, but supposedly there's a sub which can take you down to where Andrew Ryan is. While you're down here though, Ryan decides to kill all the trees. Not sure what his plan here was, but killing the trees means no more oxygen for the city, so you have to stop it by creating a solution which revives trees. Yes, in a game filled with superpowers, underwater cities, and horrifying drug addicts, one of your jobs is to revive a fucking tree. Revive the tree with some special juice and kill a few splicers while you're waiting for it to kick in, and head over to the sub that will take you to Ryan. Just as you're about to take the sub to Ryan, it's locked and taken away by Sander Cohen, someone outside of Ryan's payroll who has a taste for the fine arts. Basically, he's unemployed. Kinda like me. He wants you to kill 4 people who he doesn't like and mount pictures of their dead bodies on the wall. Pretty standard stuff. And after doing so, we'll let you go and see Ryan. Arrive at Hephaestus, go to Ryan's office, and open the door to see the madman himself. His door won't open. What do we do? Okay, we need to blow up a specific generator with this EMP. But we need to build the EMP first. Once this is done, place it on the generator and rig it to explode. Now the switch override at Ryan's door will work and you can get revenge for all the... Well, he's not actually really done anything to you. Mostly just to other people. But he has rigged the city to self-destruct, so maybe if you talk to him, you can convince him to give you the key. Or you could just bash his head in, that also works. Take the key and stop the self-destruct sequence. With Andrew Ryan dead, no one controls Rapture anymore, which could be considered a good thing. But then Atlas, your only friend, your one true pal, your brother from another mother, was actually lying this entire time. His name is Frank Fontaine, the boss of Fontaine Fisheries. He wanted to control Rapture all along and you've just given it to him. He tries to kill you off, but with the help of all the small girls you've saved and Tannenbaum, you escape. Tannenbaum decides to throw another plot twist into the mix, telling you were actually born here and Fontaine has been controlling your mind this entire time. Conveniently, she was able to remove some of the control placed by Fontaine, but we're not told how because it's probably a load of bollocks, and our new objective is to kill Fontaine. Obviously, first we need to find the antidote for our slight mind control because he literally just told our heart to stop beating and it's currently listening to him. The antidote can be found in Fontaine's office, but despite being an antidote, it doesn't work properly unless you have two. The second is in Dr. Sechong's lab. So fight your way through some splicers, killing the occasional Big Daddy while your superpowers are uncontrollably changing like your crush's feelings for you, to find the second antidote and remove the mind control Fontaine has over you. Take the sub to his place and he will meet you there. Despite being the most powerful individual in the city, instead of killing you there, he runs away like a child behind a door which can only be accessed by those small girls. Apparently asking one of the girls you've saved up until this point is too much to ask, and instead you need to cosplay as a Big Daddy to get them to open the door. They will also collect some Adam on the way, resulting in you fighting off crackheads like you fight the urge to masturbate until you finally reach the elevator to Fontaine. The little girl will give you one of their Adam collection needles and you confront Fontaine. He obviously isn't too happy about you sticking a needle in his chest to drain his superpowers, but thankfully all of the Adam he collected doesn't help him with resisting bullets, and after a few rounds of gunning him down and stabbing him in the chest, he finally dies with the assistance of an army of small children. The city is yours, but you refuse. Instead, you save the small children from their underwater prison as you complete Bioshock.